So part of my program with the Working for Sale by Owners is to help them experience what other customers are going through. I'm here today with Mr. Rankin, one of our most recent success stories, how my team and myself not only helped make his home and headache go away quickly, but actually for more money. But to recap to the idea that nobody says it better than our customer.
Actually, the first time that he spoke with me was probably around the same time that about 50 other realtors spoke with me, so I can't recall. I just chased them all off. I was gonna save $12,000 in commission, and that was that. After a month or so, all the other realtors dropped off. Brian was the only one that I got more than 2 phone calls from. And he really stayed at it with sending me cards, giving me phone calls to see how things were going. He made it seem like he really cared about my transaction and not just getting his commission. And I think that that makes a tremendous difference when working with a realtor, is them knowing exactly what your needs are. And Brian and his team were very focused on that. I tried for almost a year to sell it for sale by owner. I started on Zillow asking for $180,000. I had a great deal of traffic. I even had 3 or 4 people that I thought might have even bought from me, except for the fact that what do once they say yes? Every one of them faded away because I did not have the expertise to execute the sales contract, to negotiate the price. That's something that realtors do. That's why they got paid for it. And I realized that in retrospect. Even though I come from a real estate background of a decade of mortgage origination, I've seen hundreds of settlement sheets. A sales contract, though, was outside of my purview. And you really need a realtor involved to take care of those details. There's just so many things that can go wrong in a real estate transaction.
You were on the market for a while. You had mentioned a point where it kind of became like, wait a minute, maybe I need their help again. And it was starting to go through your thought process. Tell me about that.
Well, I had eventually dropped my price to such a low point that I was about $15,000 to $20,000 below market value.
What were some of the things that you were saying to yourself before I ever came along?
If I drop the price low enough that it will sell. It's thinking, of course, that it's all about the price. It's all about the price. In fact, it wasn't about the price. That was just almost like a minor detail at the end of the day, I think.
So with the For Sale by Owner program I brought to the table, I did offer you a couple different choices. Kind of, if you will, the small, medium, and large, or the good, better, and best. Okay, but had options available, and you happened to choose the one you felt was best for you. From the day we listed, which by the way, in the middle of the holiday season between Christmas and Thanksgiving, or was it Christmas and New Year that we listed?
It was right around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right around Thanksgiving. So but I looked the other day, it was within 28 days, less than four weeks, from the time we listed it to the time we put it under contract.
I thought I didn't realize it was quite that quick, but that is That's really amazing. I don't think nobody would ask for better representation. Nobody would expect that their house would sell for any quicker than 28 days, I don't think. I think that would be a rather...
And I have some that do, but I mean, it was our relative goal. We priced it for the market at what today's prices were. That's what we set out to go. There's a today price, there's a yesterday price, there's a tomorrow price. We set it out to a fair market value to achieve a reasonable goal, which we knew what that net dollar value was going to be. And as you kind of kept it to yourself and probably snickered, that net dollar amount was going to be greater than what you had posted it for. Of course, I already did the math too, I knew this. So at the end of the day, it can only be a win-win for both of us. Wouldn't you say that was a good deal?
Absolutely. It was a great deal. Not only did I pay nothing for Brian's service, in essence, Brian paid me about $5,000 for using his service.
Okay. In one sentence, how would you describe our services in achieving your goal?
Professional and all-encompassing.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
You're welcome,
it.
Brian. Thank you.
All right. Always says it better than our customers. So would you give me a 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up?
You only get 2 because I only have 2 thumbs.
Okay. Good.